Aloha and welcome to our VA Home Loan webinar. My name is Joe Schmitz and I'm Vice President and FIBO Partner here at C2 Financial Corporation's Hawaii Division. I'm also a Navy veteran and I got my VA loan through C2 Hawaii also. Okay, so let's get started and learn a little about this VA home loan. First off, who's eligible? Okay, so if you're discharged under conditions other than dishonorable, serve 90 days active duty during wartime and 181 days in peacetime, reservists must serve 6 years, and that includes all your annual drill, 2 weeks per year, and then your monthly drill weekends. Okay, eligible surviving spouses, some spouses who their husbands may have died of service-related injuries, they can also be eligible. And there are some other government employees that are eligible. Okay, some myths about the VA loan. Biggest one I get is you can only use it once. That's completely not true. There's no limit on how many times you can use your VA home loan, so start using it the sooner the better. Okay. You cannot convert it into a rental. That's completely not true. Also, you just need to live in it the first 12 months and you convert it into a rental property, a second home, whatever you want to do with it. Okay. Loan amounts are too low. That's not one we get that often anymore, but you know, the VA loans, I've done loans as high as $2 million on VA loans, so there really is truly no limit as long as you're able to put the 25% of the difference over the county limit down. Okay, what are the benefits of VA loans? So I illustrated here comparing it to a couple other loan products that are common for people that aren't eligible for VA home loans to get out there. As you can see, all the same purchase price. The loan amount on VA loan is actually a little bit higher. But as you can see, that monthly payment and amount down is just so much significantly different. You know, huge savings there because of interest rate, not having mortgage insurance. It's just you know, it's just a very huge benefit compared to other financing that's available out there for people. Okay. So benefits of purchasing, like I said, 100% financing, no MI. We saw the benefits of that in that monthly payment there. Also, seller and lender can pay all your closing costs. Most of our VA clients are coming in with little or no money out of their pocket. Oftentimes they're getting their earnest money check cut back to them at closing. The seller or lender can pay off your debt. So if we have a lender credit or a seller credit, we can actually use that to pay off, you know, a car payment if we need that to help you qualify or just to make it work for your budget. Okay, VA to VA refinancing makes it really easy to take advantage of lower rates. I'm doing a buddy of mine's loan right now, conventional. We're having to do all the income, appraisal, everything. I mean, it's just the same headache that he had to go through initially, you know, which makes it, you know, not as enticing to capture that new rate. With the VA, no appraisal, no income, assets, and all the closing costs can be combined into the loan. Often we try to do really low cost or no cost loans on those VA streamlines to keep that principal balance down and keep your equity. But yeah, big benefit. VA to VA makes it a lot easier than people with just conventional loans have to go through. Okay, VA cash outs, you can go up to 100% loan to value. That means you can do 100% of the property of the value, or value of the property on your loan. You can refinance from a VA loan to any type of loan. So if you're in a conventional and you want to use your VA, you can refinance into that. Okay, cash out for any purpose. There's no real limits on what you can use this cash out for. So, you know, you can use it to consolidate debt, home improvements, uninspected expenses. So yeah, there's no limitations on what you can use that for. The funding fee. So VA does have a funding fee, and as you can see here, it kind of varies depending on how much you're putting down, how you gained your eligibility. Also, as you can see, the VA streamline is only 0.5%, and that's always nice because we're able to usually pay that with lender credit, so it doesn't increase your loan balance. As you can see, if you're putting 5% down, especially on the subsequent use, you can save a pretty good amount of money there. We do encourage people to put the 5% down if you can, especially if you're using a VA for a second time. So, and this is a funding fee table is also located on our website at c2hawaii.com. Okay. Okay, eligible property types. Properties must be permitted. Typically, they must be permitted. However, we can get VA to actually approve an exemption. We have to get a contractor to go to the property and certify that all the unpermitted work was done in accordance with local building code. And we send a package up to VA, and then they give us a waiver on that. Okay. Condos must be on the VA approved condo list with no conditions. Sometimes there are conditions. We just need to figure out what those are. Make sure it's not any issue. VA hasn't held off guaranteeing loans on that property. Also, we're very experienced at myself, especially in getting VA condos approved. I get a couple approved a year, especially those two unit condos that are pretty often here in Hawaii. So if the property is CPR'd, we do need to get a condo approval for it. We can get those fairly quickly sometimes through VA, especially if we submit the package right. Those little 2-unit site condos aren't that tough. Okay, property 1 to 4 unit properties are okay. Leasehold can be okay depending on the term of the lease. Often the lease terms don't really work for VA though, because they typically want everything to be set out through the lease, which that isn't that common here in Hawaii. No land loans. You can buy land and then build on it with a construction loan, then refinance into your VA later, but no land loans. Any health or safety hazards must be fixed prior to closing. When the appraiser goes out there, they're going to note if there's any issues, and then we'll have to get those corrected prior to closing. Okay, so what's the process? First thing is you're going to get pre-approved with us, and the process is really pretty easy. We can do it over phone and email. You can also come into the office. It's really what your preference is. If you're self-employed or have other properties, when your last 2 years tax returns. If not, we just need your W-2s and last 30 days pay stubs. Typically, if you got them, we'd like to see 2 months bank statements up front and your most recent quarterly statement for all your investment or retirement accounts, just to build a strong picture for the lender. We can take like screenshots and stuff for these up front, but start gathering the full statements because our processing team will need them once your loan gets into processing. Okay, second step is to find a property. And like I said earlier about the property types, make sure your realtor understands what property types are acceptable to VA. If they don't or have any questions, please feel free to have them reach out to myself or my staff. We're all very knowledgeable and we should be able to help them determine if a property is eligible or not. Okay. Step 3, you're going to negotiate the sale. So really the big thing is the sales price and that contract that you're going to be negotiating. You're also going to be negotiating things like what escrow we're going to use, certain date timelines in the contract. But the main thing is that purchase price. Okay. And then we're going to do your official loan application, send out all your disclosures via DocuSign. At this point, you'll probably be familiar with DocuSign because you'll use it on the purchase contract. You can sign it anywhere on your phone or anywhere you have access to a browser, which makes things a little more convenient for you guys. Also, there are going to be like about 4 pages that require wet signatures. They're government forms. Government hasn't caught up to the e-signature thing yet, but we're hoping they will soon. Okay, and at this time too, our processing team is request any updated documents that we need from you to get your loan into a lender and get an approval. Okay. During this time, you're going to be doing your home inspection, going in there usually with a professional home inspector, having them check out the property and make sure there's no major defects. If there are any issues, you and your realtor will negotiate something that works for both you and the seller to get that fixed or get a credit or whatever. Okay. And right after that, we're going to have the appraiser go out there. They're going to determine the value of the property, indicate if any repairs or anything that needs to be done to bring that property up to value or up to VA standards, excuse me. And if the appraisal does come in low, it doesn't happen very often, but there are options. You can either get that seller to meet you halfway, you can get them to meet you all the way, or you can pay a difference out of your pocket too. So, okay. Okay, and then about this time, we'll have everything ready to submit your loan for final loan approval. We usually go to signing about 24 hours after that, and we'll actually fund the loan the same day as signing before we go to signing, which most lenders fund the day after or a couple days after, so that saves you a couple days with us. And it's just another advantage of working with someone like us who specializes in purchase loans. Okay, and then 2 days later, City and County will record your purchase, and you'll be a proud new homeowner and have your keys. Okay, Any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly anytime. If for some reason you can't get a hold of me, all our staff are listed on our website there at c2hawaii.com. They're all very, very knowledgeable as well on the VA home loan benefit. Thank you so much for your time, and hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.